So hello everybody. Wow, running out of space on my phone. Apparently, I need to delete some of these videos. Yeah, I'm making a turn here, so I need to pay attention. All right, so the Royals yesterday they signed Jon Jay, formerly of the Chicago Cubs. Last season, but most of his career has been played in St. Louis with the Cardinals, and was a fairly key contributor to their 2011 World Series championship team. Jay is he's a decent ball player. He's nothing flashy. He doesn't have a lot of power. He knows how to get on base, which is really good. Last year with the Cubs, I think he played in about 130 or so games. He had 380 at bats or so. Not a full-time player, but definitely he was kind of the second half was kind of one of their leadoff guys. Hit 296, had I want to say off the top of my head, I remember looking at the stats, like a 353 on base percentage. Knows how to draw walks. He has a penchant for getting hit by pitches, which, hey, that's a skill. Some players never get hit by pitches, and some guys, they crowd the plate. They get that elbow over the plate, and they know how to get hit without getting hurt themselves. So it is a skill. If you can take first base, by all means, take it. So want to keep this somewhat short today. Just want to analyze real quick the Jon Jay move. It was a 1-year contract for I want to say $3 million with $1.5 million possible in incentives. I think Jon Jay is the Royals starting center fielder. I don't see either way. In one of the previous videos I made, I talked about who plays center for the Royals. I even threw out the possibility of Modesty playing center, just giving him a try. But I was kind of resigned to the fact that I think Alex Gordon would play center. Because you don't want Paulo Orlando out there, and Billy Burns was designated for assignment, which neither of those guys should be starting anyway. Alex Gordon is Gold Glove left fielder, and I think that's where he probably should play. By default, he was going to have to play center. Now the Royals address a need. They address the need in center field. In my opinion, they also address the need at leadoff. We talked in the last video about who bats first, who bats third, and really the only two guys, the only guy that could play in both those spots is Whit Merrifield. And there's not a single guy on the roster other than Merrifield who can bat third in a traditional sense. I suppose you could throw anybody out there. Someone has to bat third, and it should be Whit Merrifield. So then who bats leadoff? Do you bat Alex Gordon leadoff? He has, history there, and we talked about Alcides Escobar hitting leadoff in the playoffs, but that's more of a gimmick than anything. Jon Jay is a high on-base guy. I think he's your prototypical leadoff hitter. He's a good base runner. He's not going to steal a lot of bases. He only stole 6 last year. He's 32 years old. He's not going to be overmatched to the plate. He's a good teammate in the clubhouse. So I like this move by the Royals. It's only a 1-year contract. And again, let's go back to the same thing we always say. There's no such thing as a bad 1-year contract. Some of the blogs around the Kansas City area are kind of up in arms about this signing. I don't get it. I think they're completely missing the boat here. Who's going to play center field if it's not Jon Jay? He's not blocking anybody. For goodness sakes, Bubba Starling is not going to be the Royals center fielder. The guy can't hit. It was a complete wasted draft pick when they got Bubba Starling. It's been 7 years. He hasn't worked out. How much more time does he get to prove that he just is not? He's not going to be anything. And I hate to say that, he should have gone to play football. Whatever. So that's pretty much where we're at. I like the move. I think it's a good signing for the Royals, and he's going to be a decent player. Like I said, he's not going to be flashy. If he hits 3 home runs, I think that'll be a bonus. I don't see him doing anything above, batting in the 290s with a 350 on base, with a slugging percentage around 375. Maybe if he gets some doubles, maybe he hits the gap. Maybe playing in a bigger ballpark than Wrigley Field will give him the opportunity to get some more doubles. But other than that, the Royals fans looking at this signing and the writers, the bloggers, you guys need to realize the Royals still have to field a team this year. And what this move does is it puts a guy in center field and it puts a guy in the leadoff spot, which is two things that the Royals didn't have before yesterday. Other than Whit Merrifield. And Whit Merrifield can't play three positions. And he can't bat two spots in the lineup. So, looking after this, what do they do after this season? It's only a one-year contract. Maybe they sign him again. There's not really a lot of options, in the minor leagues. Maybe there's a trade that happens. I don't know. But you know what? We'll worry about 2019 when it gets here. Right now, the Royals got to field a team for 2018. They have to put a team on the field. And, it depends on what the starting pitching does. I don't know. They may be competitive. They may win 75 to 82 games. I don't think they're going to win anything more than that. I don't think they're going to challenge for a wild card spot, but you never know. I mean, what if some of these young players just develop into superstars like we talked about a couple videos ago? I mean, what if Soler and Bonifacio turn into Tartabull and Jackson, from the late 80s? People say, oh, no, that'll never happen. Well, how do you know that won't happen? Look at Jermaine Dye when the Royals traded Michael Tucker. And for 2 seasons, all we heard about was, oh man, look how well Tucker's playing for the Braves and playing meaningful games. And Jermaine Dye can't do anything for the Royals. He did it for 97 and 98, could not do anything. Was a horrible player. And then 1999 comes around and boom, he absolutely explodes on the scene in 1999, along with Beltran's rookie year and Mike Sweeney having a tremendous season and Joe Randa doing well. That was one of the most exciting offensive Royals teams in history. Now, statistically, the worst bullpen in Major League Baseball history, which is why they only won 65 games. Or around there. It was mid-60s. I know they didn't lose 100 games, but it was close. Anyway, that's my thoughts on the Jon Jay signing. I think it's a good move. And 3 weeks away from opening day. Thanks, everybody.